In 2022, there was this guy named George. He was looking to buy him a new mansion. He liked 10 or 20 rooms on it. So he looked around and found one down in Beverly Hills. It was haunted by the ghost of Marilyn Monroe. So he said, I will buy it because there's nothing wrong with that. So he bought that mansion, and then after that, he moved in the next couple of days on Sunday. Then he watching some horror movies and eating ice cream and pizza. And then after that, he turned his stereo system up listening to Iron Maiden, his favorite rock band, he says. And then after that, he was taking a shower, and then he heard a woman screaming out in the hallway, saying, "Hi, Robert." He said, "What? Who's that?" "It's me, Marilyn Monroe." "No, hi, Robert." And he said, "No, I don't believe it's you. That's a lie." So after that, he went to sleep. Then he seen Marilyn Monroe, the spirit, the movie star. So after the next day after that, he seen Elvis. Then he seen Elvis singing his favorite songs. Nothing like Hound Dog song. And then after that, the next day after that, he seen Jim Morrison singing Light My Fire, The Doors. And then he said, this house has got a lot of spirits in it. And then he said, no. He told his friend Bob to come by and see for himself. He said, I don't believe you, man. I don't believe this house is haunted. So, yeah, I bought it at Beverly Hills for $22 million. I mean, $22 million. So, and then it came with 20 rooms on it. And then after that, it rained very hard for 2 hours. And then after the next 2 hours, it flooded. And then he seen coffins floating in the house. Coffins. And then he heard a scream. Then he heard a hollow. Then he seen fire coming out of the basement. And then he was running out of the house calling the police to see about see what's going on in the house. Then after that, he said no. The officer said, I don't see nothing. I think it's your imagination running wild. You must be watching too much horror movies. So no, I'm not watching too much horror movies. I really seen the ghost of Marilyn Monroe, Jim Morrison, and Elvis Presley. And then the next day I saw Jimi Hendrix. So yeah. You kid, you must be are you doing drugs? No, I'm not doing drugs, Officer Johnson. But I seen things in this mansion. So okay, maybe you need to stay here for a while and find out. So I will find out on Tuesday. Let me come by if I can use your hot tub. So after that, the next day, the officer came by and spent the night over, and then watched the horror movie that he was watching, the Amityville Horror. Then he watched The Exorcist. Then he watched the Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th. Then after that, he seen the spirit of Marilyn Monroe and Jim Morrison. Then he said, well, I don't believe it, man. You're actually seeing things. Okay. So I'm going to go to sleep. And then he went to sleep for a long time and had a good night's sleep. The end.